Let me hear this.
Me?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
How does the change of government affect the reparations conversation? For example, the Kenny Anthony government in St. Lucia was very vocal about reparations, but this new government with the Alan Shastney government is a different lead. He's a different leader, and I haven't heard anything much. I'm from St. Lucia. I haven't heard anything much with this new government and about the conversation about reparations. So how does the change of government affect, or in these islands affect the discussion?
Well, I think one of the mistakes that might have been made with the National Reparations Committees is that they have not made an effort to include representatives of the political opposition on the committee. And I have advocated that. In fact, I've said that this is something that should be done across the board. Invite the political opposition to sit on the committee, and that way you get bipartisan buy-in. So if the government changes, you will have continuity because they're already part of it. But that hasn't happened. Generally speaking, that hasn't happened. But even though a government or administration might not be so committed to reparations, they're going to find it difficult once the structure has been set up, once the national commitment has been given. To come now, if a government changes and you pull out of that, which can be interpreted as a slap in the face, a disrespect to African people who make up the majority of your population and your voting population, I think it would be very difficult for any political party with an eye to elections to say that you are going to give so much ammunition to your opponents. Hey, these people have no respect for the dignity of black people. So from a practical political point of view, I think even if Mr. Chastanet, I don't know if you all know the politics of St. Lucia, but there was recently a change of government, and you have a new government, and it's kind of right-to-wing, and it's led by a white man who's now the Prime Minister, Alan Chastanet. So she's suggesting that maybe he and his administration may not be so supportive of the reparations cause. But I would wager a bet that even if that were so, he would still find it very difficult to pull out and to dismantle the Reparations Commission, because he will be putting so much ammunition in the hands of his political opponents.
I don't think reparations is one of his priorities.
But as I said, that may be so, but he has not pulled out. And I think I am suggesting that he will not be able to pull out because it will come at too great a political price. That's what I'm suggesting. Yeah?
Thank you.
Okay, Alice. Okay, Mr.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know just how much time we have, because I was surprised when he was asked to bring his talk to an end when we just reached 8 o'clock. When this was advertised as something that would go on from 6 to 10. And
Yeah.
some people are just arriving.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit, I said that I think there's custodial staff in the building, and we do have to be out. I mean, we can push it to just after 9, but at that point, and then also personally, I have to lock up the room, because I have the department's key, but I have kids and I have to go home. So it's a custodial issue, but then there's, so I'm sorry about that, but I'd always said it's kind of got to be 9.
Because David knows so much, so sensitive to what are the real issues that have to do with us, and so articulate and so informative about things That's a real treasure to have him with us, and we really wanted the maximum time.
It's right, we're trying to make sure we start as close to 6 o'clock as possible, so that we can
However,
maximize.
let me just say, that there are, the matter of, for example, he knows and he's sensitive to the links between when we talk about reparations. We see enemies in this as people, presidents of the United States, for example. But it's a very complicated matter. Because I remember that in the conference, the Durban conference, people were supposed to meet again 10 years later in Geneva to assess what had been done in the meantime between the end of